For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise. And you surely feel naughty when you swallow our coffee. If you want some real heat, give your mouth a fine treat. You will want some more, rest assured. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough of.
It's time for The Scribble, your weekly fix of celebrity chats, bizarre stories in the news, and basic random chatter with best-selling author and syndicated radio host Jeremy Bradley. Make sure your seat is in the upright and locked position and your barf bag is securely in place. Here's Jeremy Bradley.
Thank you very much, Larson. Jeremy Bradley here. This is The Scribble. Thanks for tuning in at thescribbleshow.com and on SoundCloud, iTunes, and apparently your Air Canada flight today. So that introduction, talking about being on a plane, kind of is fitting this week. So here's what's going on this special edition of the show. Air Canada's Dreams Take Flight has been taking kids from Canadian cities and going all the way down to Disneyland or Disney World to have a magical day. Yes, one day. Go to the airport first thing in the morning, fly down to either California or Florida, go crazy on all the rides, meet the Disney characters, get back on the plane, and fly home at night. And so I had the opportunity to do that as a media guest, either my 5th or 6th year now, out of Winnipeg. And I got to the airport at about 3:30 in the morning, met with a whole bunch of kids. About 114 of them went on the adventure this year. Talked with one of the moms at the airport before takeoff, then talked with the kids on the plane, and for a lot of them, this is the first time they have ever been on an airplane. And then we got to Disney World. We spent, I'd say, a good 7 or 8 hours going on as many rides as you can, and you'd be surprised. They get front of the line access for these things, so we went on a lot of the rides. So I talked with the kids after we did that. Then when we get back on the shuttle buses, we go to the airport, we get on the plane. I also talked with Winnipeg's Mayor Brian Bowman. This was his second time going on the journey with us. Last year was his first time. It was the 25th anniversary of Dreams Take Flight, and he had so much of a good time that he did it again this year. So I'm going to talk with Brian Bowman, and then Bev Watson, who's the president of Dreams Take Flight. She's been doing this for 26 years. She's going to give us the rundown as to how people can get involved, and of course give a great shout out to the corporate sponsors who've been making dreams happen for this many years, and it really is a great initiative. So you're going to be hearing me live on the ground in the moment, but we're packaging it all up today in this special edition of the podcast, and I believe you're also listening on your Air Canada flight today. So thanks for tuning in and joining us. We'd love to have you check out the content online at dreams.jbonair.com, dreams.jbonair.com. So if you've got that in-flight Wi-Fi, or you want to jot that down when you land, or if you're listening on your podcast app, thanks so much. Again, it's dreams.jbonair.com. The Dreams Take Flight adventure starts right after this.
We hear you chirping. Get scribbling. Tweet up the Scribble at The Scribble Show. Join the discussion with Jeremy Bradley. It's all going down right now on Twitter at The Scribble Show and at thescribbleshow.com.
Jeremy Bradley joining you again from Dreams Take Flight in Winnipeg. We are at the airport. The excitement, hopefully you can hear me. There's a lot of kids, lots of excitement, a lot of energy. Tracy is joining me because your son is about to take the adventure of a lifetime. How do you feel?
Excited.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah. I've got to ask then, was he losing sleep over this? Was he getting, really chatty about it?
He's been up since 7 o'clock this morning. So
yesterday morning.
Yes, yesterday morning.
Oh my, wow. And so you're excited. Are you a little bit nervous? Is this his first time on a plane? Or?
This is first time on the plane, yep. I'm not nervous.
No? It's going to be a good time. It really is. And so let me ask you then how you got involved with Dreams Take Flight.
Actually, the school that he goes to...
let's give a shout out to the school.
Brooklands Elementary.
Did you know that I'm a community reader at Brooklands every Tuesday afternoon? I go to the library and I'm reading with the kids. I don't know if it's his class that's involved in that, but I do that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I go to the library there. So Mrs. Woods, shout out to Mrs. Woods, the librarian there as well. Look at this, a small world, Tracy, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
They've already left us. I know that people can't see right now. Let's walk and talk and do this. The kids are just right now heading upstairs to go through security and customs, and then it's a day of magical excitement at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. And Tracy, are you on Twitter and social media and all that fun stuff?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you're going to have to follow the excitement and be jealous from home, okay?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Disney World?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this is a new adventure. Wow, I'm really excited for the kids because, Dreams Take Flight has been happening for, I believe, 26 years now, at least from Winnipeg. And, it's just a great time. The kids have an in-flight pillow fight once we get up in the air. They have to stomp and run to get the plane going at the beginning. And, of course, there's Dairy Queen ice cream at 5:36 in the morning, right? You can't go wrong with that. What are you expecting him to do today? What is he wanting to do? What is he looking forward to most?
Hitting all the rides.
Does he like the ones that go really fast, or what is he?
Raymond's a big daredevil, so he'll do anything.
Oh, I'm gonna challenge that. I'm gonna get on the fastest roller coaster. I'm gonna get Raymond going.
Seeker,
okay.
So.
Actually, he'll probably go on them, and I'll just watch from the sidelines. All right. Well, we're just heading up the escalator right now. I know Tracy and all of the friends listening can check it out at dreams.jbonair.com. That's where we've got all of the highlights from the trip today. dreams.jbonair.com. And again, thanks for tuning in on your Air Canada flight. Tracy, I'm going to say bon voyage to you. I've got to go onto the plane now.
You have fun.
All right, thanks so much.
We hear you chirping. Get scribbling. Tweet up the Scribble at The Scribble Show. Join the discussion with Jeremy Bradley. It's all going down right now on Twitter at The Scribble Show and at thescribbleshow.com.
Jeremy Bradley here, once again joining you on The Scribble. And again, thanks for tuning in on your Air Canada flight today. The kids for Dreams Take Flight are so excited now to head to Orlando at Disney World. It's a little after 5 a.m. The plane had to be de-iced because it's Wednesday, April 10th. And of course, it's snowing in Winnipeg. I've got my two travel buddies who are going to be helping me co-host the show today. Your name and how old you are?
Ocean, and I am 11.
Ocean, what school do you go to?
Mulvey.
And is this your first time? This is your first time on an airplane?
Yes.
Were you excited, scared, nervous?
I was nervous, and then once the plane took off, it was just like, whoa, this feels really
And you know that we helped get the plane off the ground, right? By stomping and cheering.
Yeah.
And so you've never gone on a plane before, and what are you looking forward to doing at Disney World today?
Just going on the rides.
What kind of rides do you like?
Just
roller coasters or...
I don't really have a favorite ride. I just like rides.
Okay. Do you get scared if you go really fast or spin around?
It depends. Usually if I go really fast, not really. Maybe sometimes, but if at Tinkertown they have this boat that goes up and down and
Okay.
I don't know how to explain.
But you've heard of Splash Mountain?
Yes.
That one's the one where you get soaking wet. You don't want to, or you do?
No. I do want to do that.
Yeah. Because it's going to be totally different than the snow in Winnipeg. It's going to be nice and hot in Florida, so you might want to cool down with some splashing. And my other friend here look at it's Bev. How are you, Bev?
I'm great as always.
We're going to talk on the ground at Disney World.
Yes, we are.
Bev, you've been with Dreams Take Flight for many, many years.
26.
And this is our 26th flight out of Winnipeg,
yes.
right?
Yep. 26.
And I've been doing this for a few years with us.
Yes, you have.
So we'll talk about the organization, how people can get involved,
Yep.
and of course always loving the donations and sponsors
yes,
and support.
definitely, yeah.
Okay, Bev, we'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay.
I got my buddy co-hosts here with me.
Hey, you do that.
Thanks, Bev. Yeah. Okay, and your name and how old you are?
My name is Jericho, and I am 10.
Jericho, what school do you go to?
Brooklands.
Brooklands. Now, you were on a plane before. Where did you go?
I went here from the Philippines.
And so that was a really long flight, but it wasn't too scary for you.
Yeah.
What was the best thing about flying?
Probably the feeling that you're gonna crash sometimes.
Okay, cool. And so you're excited to go to Disney World. What kind of rides are you looking forward to going on?
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. That's, I think, a fun favorite. Do you have any brothers or sisters at home?
Yeah.
Are they excited for you, or are they kind of jealous?
Excited.
They're excited? Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to your movie. I know you guys were excited to watch the movies. We'll talk again when we get on the ground. Again, you can see the highlights from Dreams Take Flight are online at dreams.jbonair.com. Again, the excitement, it's really electric on the plane right now. I'll join you guys again in a few minutes on this special edition of The Scribble on your Air Canada flight today.
We hear you chirping. Get scribbling. Tweet up the Scribble at The Scribble Show. Join the discussion with Jeremy Bradley. It's all going down right now on Twitter at The Scribble Show and at thescribbleshow.com.
Jeremy Bradley here once again, joining you from Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Thanks to Dreams Take Flight and our friends at Air Canada. We'd like to thank you for tuning in on your Air Canada flight today. You know, you met two of my co-stars on the plane on the way here today, but there's two others that you have not met, and I'm going to introduce them to you now. Your name, how old you are, and where you go to school.
My name's Andres Montoya. I'm in grade 7. I go to Elmwood High School.
Okay. And so, was this your first time at Disney?
Yes, this is my first time on a plane. Big experience.
What did you think about before you came here? Was it what you expected?
It was more than that. It was more than enough. It was more than expected. And I'm just glad I got to meet some new friends and people.
What were you expecting it to be?
Like, I was expecting it to be, like, all nice, all, like, warm weather, and, like, you know, like, so much people, obviously, and the rides, too, like, terrific.
Tell me what you thought of the first ride that we went on. We went on Toy Story, I think was the first ride, right?
Well, at first I lost my camera, which had all my photos.
Sorry, Mom and Dad. Yeah, we just got here, and he lost his camera. But, you know, we were tweeting out some great pictures. We did some really cool selfies that people can see on our website, dreams.jbonair.com. Then we moved on to kind of the scarier, faster rides. We went on a bunch of them. Do you remember some of their names?
We went on Space Mountain. We went on... I can't remember any of them in order, but, like, we went on Space Mountain, like, basically a lot of roller coaster rides, so, like, a lot of scary rides, and...
Were they scary for you?
No, not really.
No.
Like, first experience, so, like,
Sure.
so you could say scary/fun.
Okay. Do you have a favorite?
Space Mountain.
Why is that?
It's just, like, a really cool experience when you get inside of it, because it's just all glow in the dark and you don't know what to expect. You can turn right, you can turn left, you can go down. Plus, I like the way they customized it as well.
Do you remember which one my favorite was?
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. See, that's why you picked that one. All right. Well, thanks so much for chatting with us. Who wasn't on the radio with me? You were on the radio, Jericho, on the way here. You weren't, though. You were in the row in front of me. So you just have to tell everybody your name, how old you are, and where you go to school.
My name is Ryan. I'm 10 and I go to Brooklyn School.
Okay. If you could describe your day at Disney World in one word, if you were going to tell everybody about it in one word, what word would you use?
I don't know.
Like fun or cool or wild or crazy?
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite ride that you went on today?
I can't remember the name of it.
No? Describe it, though. Was it like a fast roller coaster? Was it one of the slower ones that you kind of spin around in? What was it?
It was like a roller coaster.
Yeah. And I know that some of them kind of seemed scary at first, right? But then once you were on them, you were high-fiving me. Remember, you were giving me the thumbs up. So they weren't scary at all, though, once you went on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we also had some really good food here, too, right? You guys had burgers, and you had some... Did you have nachos?
Nachos.
Or what? Yeah?
Yeah, nachos.
You like the food?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And you met some new friends here, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool that you got to go on all the rides with all your new friends. So thanks so much for joining me on the radio. I appreciate your time. Mm-hmm. And we're going to go fall asleep on the plane, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much. Uh-oh, trouble's here. Let's have my two friends from the plane come and join me, Jericho and Ocean. Come on over here, you guys. Everybody is so exhausted after the whole long day that we've had. Again, the highlights are at dreams.jbonair.com. My guys are here. You know, we were talking on the plane, Jericho, you'd flown before. You'd never really been to an amusement park like this, though, have you?
No.
So, what did you think?
It's pretty incredible.
You're exhausted. You're too tired to even talk.
Yeah.
Would you tell people that they should definitely come here on vacation?
Yeah, if they have the chance to.
So if they could only go on one ride, when they were here, which ride should they go on?
Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain? Why is that?
Mostly because it went down and up and I really liked it. And
Scary or fun?
fun.
Fun. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thanks so much for joining us. And I'll see you on the plane in my row. And you...
Tired.
Ocean's tired. What did you think of today?
It was incredible, but
Yeah?
also different. Like, it was a lot different than I thought it would be.
Better than being at school today?
Yes, but no.
Yeah.
Because I like learning and my friends are there, but like this is also fun because like it's never gonna happen maybe again. So it's like a once in a lifetime.
Right.
So I can miss a day of school or two for this.
You're right, though. Learning in school is a good thing. So I think that's maybe the right answer. And so do you have a favorite moment of today then? Whether it was either the plane ride or going on the rides here? What was your highlight?
Probably the plane taking off and just going like on very fast roller coasters.
Which one was the fastest, do you think?
Was it like Thunder Mountain or something?
Thunder Mountain, you think that was the fastest? I don't know. I think they're all really fast. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Space Mountain seems the fastest just because it's dark, right? And you can't see where you're going.
Yeah.
And then do you remember your two favorite words today that you kept saying over and over again?
No.
You don't remember them? Every time we were about to go up or down? Arms up, arms up, arms up.
Yes.
Okay, do it one more time.
Arms up.
Oh, come on.
I can't.
You're
I'm
more
tired.
energy. You're tired.
Show it.
Arms up, arms up, arms up. Do it.
Show it.
I got to tell you, everybody, Ocean was definitely doing that to me. I was trying to take selfies, and I could only do one arm, and I was getting in trouble because I was only doing one arm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I was holding back our team. But, all right, well, thanks so much for joining us. I hope you had a great day here. And we also want to thank our friends at Air Canada, right?
Yep.
Yes, thank you, Air Canada.
Thank you so much, Air Canada, for driving us here.
Absolutely. And so, again, the highlights from Dreams Take Flight are on our website at dreams.jbonair.com. You guys, let's go back on the plane and head to Winnipeg.
We hear you chirping. Get scribbling. Tweet up the Scribble at The Scribble Show. Join the discussion with Jeremy Bradley. It's all going down right now on Twitter at The Scribble Show and at thescribbleshow.com.
Jeremy Bradley here once again joining you from Dreams Take Flight on a special edition of our Scribble podcast that you're listening to on your Air Canada flight today as well. I'm here with Simon, who is, you're still really excited while everybody else is tired. Are you tired? Are you excited?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Guess what my favorite ride is?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, give me some clues. Does it go like up and down? Does it go round and round?
It's a roller coaster.
Oh, there's so many. Okay, is it a scary one?
It depends where you are on the roller coaster.
Okay, do you get wet on it?
No.
Is it dark?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna give you.
Oh, okay, is it Space Mountain?
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, you're holding up, what is that? Is that a button or magnet or what is that?
That is a pin for the Space Mountain. It is Space Mountain. It's dark, and did you know what? Whenever the thing gets stuck, the work light comes on, and you get to see what it looks like in the bright light. But of course, that didn't happen to us, so it's awesome though, because it definitely get a fast pass for it.
Yeah, because you got right to the front of the line. You guys had VIP access thanks to our friends at Air Canada and Dreams Take Flight.
Yes, we did.
You did. And so, did you get to meet any of the Disney characters that you always see in movies and shows?
Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse.
Did you talk to them, or did you just see them?
We talked. It was their birthday, of course, today.
Okay. Right. Did you get any pictures with them?
Yes, of course.
Oh, that's cool. So when you get back to school and when you see your friends and family when you get home, how are you going to describe the trip to them? What would you say?
I'd probably say fun, crazy, good, interesting. It's mixed. It's mixed opinions.
Would you do it again?
Oh yes, we would.
Should we go back? I don't think we can.
We shouldn't go back. I think we should just stay at Disney World and just go on Space Mountain forever.
Don't you think you'll get dizzy?
No.
No?
No, it's not a Disney ride at all.
No? Okay.
Oh, and I went in the first cart.
You guys all want to get
That seems really scary, no?
Oh, it was so much fun. I would rather do that again than go on Splash Mountain.
Oh,
I didn't go on Splash Mountain.
Oh, why not?
Because I don't want to get wet.
We hear you chirping. Get scribbling. Tweet up the Scribble at The Scribble Show. Join the discussion with Jeremy Bradley. It's all going down right now on Twitter at The Scribble Show and at thescribbleshow.com.
Jeremy Bradley here, joining you from Dreams Take Flight. Thanks for tuning in on iTunes, SoundCloud, and during your Air Canada flight today. And ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat because Winnipeg Mayor Brian Bowman is here with our Key to the City ceremony that he promised last year at this time. Look at this. We got hot towels and everything for our interview.
Absolutely. Nothing but the best.
We're on the plane coming back to Winnipeg. But, you were on the trip last year for the 25th anniversary. Why did you come back this year?
It was such a great experience. And, anytime you get a request to join such an incredibly special group of young Winnipeggers is really just a privilege. And the staff of Air Canada, all the volunteers, and everybody who's helping out, yourself included, it's just an amazing group of people. So it's a really nice treat to be part of this for one day. It's an exhausting day, but a long and a really fun day.
And that's the thing. So time-wise, it is one day, but these are memories that they're going to have forever, really.
Well, we all will. Today alone we had one of the children in our group that I was with for the first half of the day was a little scared of water at the beginning of the day, and by the end of the day he was going on Splash Mountain talking about how it was the best day of his life. He's not scared of water anymore. The longer version of that story is just it's pretty meaningful, and it's pretty special just to be part of it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite ride?
You know what? Yes and no. Space Mountain. It's a favorite ride, but it terrifies me every single time I go on it. So we went on that today. We went on a number of the rides, but no, it's a pretty terrifying ride. But I love going on it. It's kind of like being in politics. It's a pleasure to be in it, but at the same time, it's terrifying sometimes. So. Okay. Especially when you put your name on the ballot.
That's right. I remember I grilled you when you were running your campaign as well. Yeah. And I don't even report on politics. But that's the thing about Disney is that the rides are fun. They're not meant to be scary. And I look at all those little kids in lineup going, if they can do it.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, it's and you look at the plane right now. Listeners can't see it, but it's a very tired group of content children. That was. I know there were some nerves when we were taking off this morning. A lot of the children had never flown before, and just seeing them get on the plane, the ease at which they got on the plane. They'll never get on a plane with probably the same level of just nervousness that we saw this morning for some of them.
And admittedly, probably the loudest flight you've ever been on the way there, quietest flight on the way home.
Yeah. Actually, this is the quietest flight I've ever been on in my life. Yeah.
And let's also talk about what happened on the way down there, because I know you were assaulted by pillows. Again, this is the second.
Yeah, I don't know. This, the pilot comes on the plane, of course, lets everybody know we're at cruising altitude, and then
all hell breaks loose.
Everything when pillows were flying. There did seem to be a disproportionate number of people hitting me with pillows, and I'm not sure if that's because of my profession right now or what, but I shot back as well.
We have to.
Yes, I did not. I didn't hit a kid in the face though. That was one thing I was warned. Try not to do that. So
we had several cameras. We're going to check the tape.
Yeah, I focus more on Paula Police and Shane's story.
He is sitting across from me. He is stealing Rough Rider secrets. Did you see his computer screen?
Oh, really?
La Police.
That is awesome.
He is, and I called him out on it.
There's nothing to call out. He's amazing. He's got to do everything he can to beat the Riders this year. That is awesome.
Should we go ambush him?
Extra bag of peanuts for Buffalo Police. Absolutely. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Can you describe this whole experience in one word?
It's magical. Really is magical. You're going to the magical kingdom, but it's really just a magical experience to see the children and the looks on their faces when they enter the park and get on the rides and everything. It's such a special day. I know, obviously you think about, okay, you're Disney World, you're not going to have a bad time, but just to see and to hear the stories behind why some of these children were selected to come and just to have an opportunity to speak with them. I got good advice on what we could do to make the city an even better place for these kids and for others from these kids themselves. It was great, but I'd say magical.
Future mayors, maybe.
I absolutely, yeah.
And what's interesting about the Winnipeg community is we have a lot of students from Brooklands School here. Coincidentally, one of them in my group I go every second Tuesday, I read with a community group of readers at the school, and the principal was tweeting us today, and I've interviewed him previously, so it's all full circle. That's really what Winnipeg is. For any of these listeners across Canada or across the world listening on Air Canada flights, I mean, Winnipeg is just such a small... It's a small town feel, but it's obviously not a small town.
Yeah, I mean, this year we're expected to be 778,000 people in Winnipeg, not including the metro region, and it does have that real sense of community, and the connections between different people that are on this flight are really special, and a lot more connections after today in the community as a result of this shared experience that we're doing together. And
you did have a community moment with everybody before leaving the park today, which I was doing an interview and it interrupted. Tell everybody what you did.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Yeah, you know what? We posted a video about 15 minutes before the puck drop on the 2019 NHL playoffs to cheer for our beloved Jets as they are taking on the St. Louis Blues tonight. And so we had everybody cheering "Go Jets Go" in Main Street, USA, right down here in the southern U.S. It was just was a fun thing to do. There were a few Nashville fans that I did hear some comments from, and it was all good-natured ribbing.
And you know what's interesting is last weekend, now when people are listening to this on the plane, it's summer, but I was in Phoenix last weekend when there was the final game there, and apparently I didn't get a chance to go to the game, but tons of Winnipeg fans, there are Jets jerseys everywhere, Jets t-shirts, so it's incredible in Phoenix as well too.
Yeah, we're everywhere. Yeah, you may not know that the neighbor next to you and your residence, the co-worker at work is probably a Jets fan. You might want to ask them.
And they won't admit it.
And if they don't admit it, if they say, "Who are the Jets? Are you talking? What sport are you talking about?" If they, they're lying to you. They're actually a Jets fan.
Yes. All right. Well, Mayor Bowman, I'm going to let you go get some sleep because I know it's been a long day for all of us. Nice seeing you.
You too. Thanks for doing this.
We hear you chirping. Get scribbling. Tweet up the Scribble at The Scribble Show. Join the discussion with Jeremy Bradley. It's all going down right now on Twitter at The Scribble Show and at thescribbleshow.com.
Jeremy Bradley here, joining you from the Dreams Take Flight adventure. All of our friends in Winnipeg are now heading back home, and Bev Watson, president of the organization, is joining us once again to talk about this incredible initiative. Hi, Bev.
Hi.
Okay, 26 years of flying out of Winnipeg.
Yes.
And let's just sort of backtrack in the history of the organization, because you've got Winnipeg, but a whole bunch of other cities across Canada.
Yeah. In 1989, a group of employees from Air Canada in Toronto decided that they were going to take some kids to the Wonderland, Toronto Wonderland. And then they thought, well, we work for an airline. Let's see if they'll give us a plane. You know, very far-fetched idea.
It's
but
an easy request.
Yeah, just who's not going to give a plane? So they went to the company, and the president at that time said, sure, it sounds like a great idea. And they took the first plane load down to Disney World. Since that time, we've had 7 other chapters join. We have Halifax, Montreal, Ottawa, Winnipeg, Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton all have flights to either Disneyland or Disney World. And so we're very proud that we have probably taken about 35,000 children to the Magic Kingdoms in one place or the other.
And you know what's interesting is last year there was a gentleman on the plane who was volunteering. He was once a Dreams Take Flight child, and now he's a truck driver. And he was volunteering and wanted to give back, and he came back and did that last year.
Yeah, and actually we have another fellow on the flight that's volunteering this year, and Eric was on our flight as a candidate, and now he too came back as volunteered.
How does that make you feel? I want to ask, how does that make you feel when you see that?
It feels like we've done something right. You know, a lot of these kids have a lot of issues, and they're not used to people that they don't know caring about them. And we've had so many people right across the system come back and want to volunteer because they know what it meant to them. It's an experience like no other, as you know, because you've been on several of our flights. You know, so it's really something that we're proud of. We know that it makes a difference in the lives of these children. And a lot of people say it's just a day, but that day means so much to them, each and every one of them, and their parents. You know, and it's not just the parents and the kids, but it's the community at large, because these kids go to school and the teachers notice a difference, and, you know, a lot of them start to think that they want to do things, and and they have the ability to do things because of our program.
And this is one of those things where it's a day to just be a kid and forget about whatever might be happening.
Exactly. So they get up and they have a pillow fight on the plane, and they have dilly bars, and they just have a great time, and that's what it's about. You know, they go to Splash Mountain 5 times if they want, and eat whatever they want, and it's so good.
And that's the one great thing about the volunteers and the people behind the scenes, because, I mean, I would have been terrified to not only leave the country without my parents, but leave it with, as you say, strangers who you maybe met a few weeks ago at a meet and greet, and you spent all of an hour and a half with them. There's a lot of trust that the parents and the kids have.
Oh, definitely. And we really appreciate that they do have that trust in us. We send them a lot of information about us. We do have our website that anybody that wants to find out about Dreams can go to, www.dreamstakeflight.ca. And they can, donate through our websites to our Winnipeg chapter, or any of the other chapters if they so wish. But of course, we prefer Winnipeg.
Yes.
And it makes a real difference. We'll be having lots of photos in the next few days appearing on the website to show people what a wonderful day we had and how much the kids enjoyed it.
Well, my Twitter's been blowing up just from our posts earlier in the day. Now, I know that you also have much love for your corporate sponsors.
Yes. The Air Canada Foundation is just marvelous. They've given us so much support over the years, and Bentley they're just wonderful. The bags that they sell at their stores, Drews gets the money, and with that money, we get to outfit the kids with tracksuits, shorts, hats, all from the funds that they give us, and that's wonderful. Another great supporter is Global Shoes. They came on board 2 years ago, so all the kids got new running shoes, also Crocs, donate Crocs. So these kids come out with a lot more than they ever imagined they would.
And they get a nice surprise on the plane with stuffed animals. They get dolls.
Yes, they have Mickeys and Minnies, and when they arrive in Winnipeg, they'll get a loot bag filled with some other stuff. So it's really wonderful.
Finally, tell me, what is your hope for the organization then in the next, 5 years, let's say?
I can only hope that it grows and people get a better understanding of Dreams, because a lot of people don't know what Dreams is about. They figure we're part of the Wish Foundation or the Dream Factory, and we're not. We're 100% volunteers. Everybody on this plane has volunteered their time. And it's no easy feat. We put in a lot of hours to make this flight happen. And, I just want to see the program grow, and I want to see the involvement of the community grow. Whether it's financial or whether it's helping us sell tickets in a mall. Yeah. That's what it's about, is get more people aware. And awareness is a wonderful thing.
And the website has tons of information about how they can donate, volunteer. One more time, it is?
www.dreamstakeflight.ca.
And we'll be sure to check that out. Well, Bev, thanks so much. Another magical day. Thanks for doing what you do with the kids.
No, thanks. Thanks to you for coming with us.
Jeremy Bradley here, back on the ground, by the way, Studio 4 here at Speak Free Media in Winnipeg. Now, earlier, when I was talking with Mayor Brian Bowman, I mentioned that he had interrupted our segment when I was on the ground at Disney World in Florida. And so we actually have a clip. This is a live radio segment when I was talking with one of the volunteers, Carol, and she's been volunteering with Dreams Take Flight for 26 years now. And take a listen to what happened when we were talking. Whatever they might have going on in life. And we got Go Jets Go, they're chanting right now. Wow, this is a live moment here. I don't know what's happening, Carol. Let's go find out what is happening. All right. Oh, is there? All right. Well, there we are. We had that was a nice patriotic interruption here for our friends listening on. Nothing like a great patriotic Canadian moment in Orlando, Florida. And that's something that we say during our live radio broadcasts. This show is live and anything can happen. And a chant of Go Jets Go. Now, at the time, I should remind you that, again, when we taped that segment, the Winnipeg Jets were still in the NHL playoffs. And unfortunately, we know now that they didn't take home the cup this year. Anyway, my thanks to everybody at Air Canada and the volunteers and the kids who really, everybody made it a special day. And again, the highlights from the Winnipeg Dreams Take Flight 2019 adventure are online at dreams.jbonair.com, dreams.jbonair.com. And as you just heard Bev Watson saying a few moments ago, you can go to dreamstakeflight.ca. to find out how you can get involved, how you can donate, how you can volunteer. It really is a great organization. I've mentioned it a few times throughout the show today that I've been a media guest for 5 or 6 years. And every year it just gets more and more exciting because you just see the look on the kids' faces, you get to experience it with them, and you really do see a change in them. They really do get this sort of magical feeling. And it sounds, cliche to say, we've used the word magical so much today, but it really is. So again, my thanks to Bev Watson, all of the hardworking volunteers that make Dreams Take Flight happen in all of those cities across Canada. And that's it. I am out. Thank you so much for tuning in on SoundCloud, iTunes, and your Air Canada flight today. My name is Jeremy Bradley. This is The Scribble. Feel free to give me a shout anytime. It's always awesome hearing from you. The email address is live@jbonair.com, live@jbonair.com. I'd love to hear from you, especially if you were previously a Dreams Take Flight kid. Again, live@jbonair.com. My name is Jeremy Bradley. This is The Scribble. Bye-bye, everybody.
Want more Scribble? Check out thescribbleshow.com for past shows, celebrity interviews, cheapskate tips, and more. That's at thescribbleshow.com and on Twitter at The Scribble Show. The Scribble is a speak-free media presentation.
If you want some real heat